Hey guys, it's GameFace and welcome back to episode 2 of my Juventus career mode. Now in today's episode, we've got the January transfer window to get up to, hopefully a couple of games to fit in as well. But the reason why I'm at this stage of the season, for those of you that are new to the channel or haven't watched this series before, because basically we've joined from a Dortmund career mode midway through the season, because I was kind of losing interest in Dortmund, so we've gone to Juventus until the end of the season now, and then at the end of the season we'll move to AC Milan, a new save, but for now we're just going to finish off this season playing as Juventus, and that's the reason why we're at this stage in the season. So before we get into things, if we could go ahead and hit 50 likes on today's episode. If you're enjoying the series, please go smash that like button, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. I really appreciate all the support on this series, if you guys could go ahead and do that. And don't forget to leave your transfer suggestions in the comments now. We're approaching that time of the season, so I could do with all the help I can get. Obviously, we've only got one window to try and transform this team, if we want to, into a team that's going to win the title and is also going to hopefully win the Champions League as well this season. We've got some player drills for you now, and we've got a couple of attributes there going up. We've kept to the same 5 players, but sadly this week not quite having as much progress. Maybe we look to rotate them out, although saying that there's no sort of out-and-out youngsters that are looking really promising. Obviously we don't have abundance of time with this team, so I can't really focus on too many really young players, but certainly I was trying to get them going up a little bit, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get too much progress from those players I've currently got training drills with, so we'll wait and see over the next couple of weeks. Risk of losing 2 players, we're not too interested in that because obviously we're not going beyond the season. Vitale wants to play in this game. Now that's an interesting request. It is a slightly easier game, I want to say. I'm not too sure where they are in the league, but it's a home match as well against them. They're just in front of or just above the relegation zone, so maybe I will look to rotate it. I don't want to do it too much though, because obviously you're therefore risking a few points, but we will change around the team. We're going to this 5 at the back system again, and we'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, let's see what the side I will put out for this game. Okay, this is the side I've gone with for this league game. We're starting with Neto in goal this time round. I think he deserves a go in goal, see what he's like, not tried him out, and that's kind of the purpose of these first few episodes of the Juventus career mode, to kind of try out some of the players that we maybe haven't tried out in the first couple of games. So we're going to go with Liechtenstein as my right wing back. He gets a start, his first start under my management, with Bonucci, Chiellini and Laporte as my 3 centre backs. And then we've got Alexandro again as my left wing back. Vitale does start alongside Pjanic, and we've got Kingsley Coman as our left winger, Quadrado as our right winger, with Higuain starting up front. So not a particularly weak team. There's only a couple of changes in there. I said I didn't want to make loads, but we've got a bench which allows us to make a few slightly different sort of changes if we can afford to make those sort of changes during the game. Hopefully going to get some more goals though. Last episode wasn't really filled with many goals. We're still getting used to the team, and that'll probably be the case with this episode as well, but I'm hoping we can score some goals. Let's wait and find out. For those of you new to the series or new to the channel, we do have the difficulty on Legendary, and we've also got the sliders changed slightly in favour of the opposition, so it makes for quite interesting games, hopefully end-to-end sort of matches. We'll wait and see what happens in this game though. Obviously this is the lesser side, so we should be beating them, but we'll wait and see exactly what happens. Like I said before, we're still getting used to this team, so we're certainly not going to be 100% at it in every single game early on, but I'm hoping we can get ourselves a positive result. We're top of the league by 4 points. Hopefully we can find a way of extending our lead here. Alexandro looking to turn, nearly got a shot away early on. A chance for Pescara here from the corner. Can they do anything from it, or can we clear? It's fallen for them. A good save from Neto. Had to go across his goal there. It struck fairly well, actually, by the Pescara player, and he's had to get over it a little bit on his left foot, but a good save from Neto. Just about managed to keep it out, and they've got themselves another corner. They've started strongly here inside the first 10 or 15 minutes. Need to clear that one away. We have done much better this time round. Vitale onto Kingsley Coman. We know the sort of pace that he's got. He needs an option in the middle now, though. Kingsley Coman going to look for the chip. Oh, why is he chested it? Just head it, Higuain. Oh, it was a good chance. Don't know why he's trying to take it down on his chest. Oof. What a save from Neto. What a strike, though, as well. Pescara have been much better going forward than I was anticipating. Alright, defensively, they maybe don't look that great, but they've certainly had a few decent chances. Neto had to save that. It was, I think, just about going into the top corner. Another corner for them, and we need to deal with them much better than what we're doing at the moment. To say we've got so many good defenders on the pitch, we're not doing very well, and that's more of the sort of strike that I was anticipating before the game. Here we go, Kingsley Coman, again doing very well to get past the defenders, going for the cross. Higuain a little bit behind him this time round. He does header it, he's decided not to chest it. But yeah, very good run from Kingsley Coman. He's looking at our main threat going forward every time, just skips past the defence as if he's not even there. Higuain needs a front runner. It's going to be Coman again. This is a chance. Kingsley Coman was going to go for the sweaty. I was tempted by it, but I thought he'd have the finish. He really didn't have the finish. I thought it was going to be a much better strike than that. Vitale wins it back. He's not looked out of his depth so far. That's good news for us. He's looking promising for us. Higuain trying to bundle his way through. Actually wins as a free kick there. Maybe a little bit harsh on the defender, but we'll certainly take it. I'm not really too sure what sort of quality we have on the pitch for taking free kicks. Yeah, we've got plenty of quality, actually. Pjanic is going to be obviously good enough to take them. It's whether I'm good enough to use him and to take them with him. Not great. Probably should have done a bit better from that sort of angle. I'm very much hit and miss with those sort of free kicks. Sometimes they just go in, other times it's terrible, like that. Half-time, 0-0. Again, not really got our goal-scoring boots on at the moment, which is very frustrating. But I think the goal will happen. I think it will come. We've got plenty of good attacking players. It's just, can we get it past the goalkeeper? Can we get the finish right? Is what I'm a little bit concerned about at the moment. We've got loads of options on the bench, though, if we need them. I thought I'd be running away with this one a little bit more than what is currently happening. It's a fairly balanced game. We probably had the slightly better opportunities, but only marginally. Vitale. Again, not looked out of place in this side whatsoever, Vitale. Very impressed with him. Decided to give him a go. Vitale running into the box. It's his weak foot. It's his weak foot, I think. We'll let him off. That shot looked out of place on a professional football pitch anyway. Well, I've got him behind us here. Luckily, delivery's not very good, but that shot was, I think, going on target there. It had to be blocked. Again, gives them a corner. Seems to have had a few corners, Pescara. They've done a very good job from them as well on most occasions. This one is not too dissimilar. It's caused us some issues. Neto's come out. Luckily, he saves it. And just about got the throw right. I was a bit worried about that one for a second. Vitale on to Higuain. Again, Vitale desperate to get forward. We've got Cuadrado over to the right. Cuadrado! Oh no, go across the goalkeeper. It should be a goal, that one. Oh, we've got to start taking our chances. It's another poor strike. We're going to have to look to bring in another winger, I think, in the January transfer window. One that can actually finish, ideally, because the Kingsley Coman and Cuadrado are fast, they're great at dribbling. They can't finish. Okay, all three changes. We're going to take off this sort of triangle of players here. We've got Zaza, Hernandez and Asamoah all coming on. That means we're going to have to take off Higuain, Vitale and Pjanic. We're going to be taking off Vitale just because he's starting to get a bit tired. He's actually not playing too badly, surprisingly for us. But there's 25 minutes left. We've got to kind of roll the dice a little bit here. Don't want another 0-0 draw. That's the last thing I want. This team is playing very well. We've not looked under much threat at all in this second half from our defence. But, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. We need a goal. Wow, okay. Yeah, we definitely need a goal. Wow, that's the best chance of the second half. So close to being 1-0 down. It's a good chance here again for Pescara. It's another corner for them. We're really letting them in too often here. To say we're playing 5 at the back, it does feel more like a 3 at the back, given our vulnerability. And again, just not defending well enough. We're giving it back to them. A better team would probably be a 2-3-0 up here. Not good enough from us. On the attack, we're looking so good, but defensively, not looking good at all. Suddenly turned this game a little bit now. Oh, another turn. It's a 1-0. It's no surprise. It's been coming. There's 11 minutes to go. They're winning the game 1-0. Very, very disappointed. Gutted. They kind of had a 10-15 minute spell in our box, in our half, and they were just kind of constantly creating chances. We couldn't clear our lines. And it's led to a goal. Unsurprisingly, they've deserved it based on sort of what's happened in the last 15-20 minutes. Zaza needs runners going forward. Hernandez will provide that. Zaza, no, again the wrong pass. That's just caused us so many issues in the last few games. Zaza wins it back. That's actually very good from him. Needs someone going forward though. He's got it and just can't do anything with it. Absolutely gutted here. We might have to look to change something. I don't know if it's the formation that doesn't quite work with this Italian side, because it kind of leaves you with only 2 in midfield. You're obviously coming up against 3 or 4 at least in that midfield, so yeah, it's a tough decision, but we might have to resort back to the standard 3 at the back, which Juventus were playing, because we've lost this game, and that's obviously not good enough against a team that were just above the relegation zone. We've dropped 3 points, and yeah, a little bit disappointed with that, to say the least. Need to look to change that, because that can't happen again. Vitale was happy that he got a chance at least. That's the only positive we've got from that. But yeah, disappointing performance overall. But that leaves us only 1 point in front of Inter Milan now. But I said that we need some bedding in time. We need time to get used to the squad, to decide what's our best starting 11, best formation. I thought I'd found it with the 5 at the back. I thought that was going to suit us really well. But we kind of found out in that game that maybe it won't necessarily. So anyway, this week we've got some more player drills. We've got Matteo going up to 78 overall, but other than that, no real progress from anybody else. And yeah, now I've got a little bit of a break before we play our next game. We've got the January transfer window, which we have time now to sign some players before that next match. So we really need to do that. We need to, first of all, though, decide what formation we're playing. Basically what the system's going to be, what our first team's going to be. Okay, so first of all, I think this is what I've decided as being my starting 11. My best team now, I think is going to be this. So we've got Buffon starting in goal, we've got Bonucci, Chiellini and Laporte as my 3 centre-backs. In front of that, the CDM, which I still don't know how to pronounce the name of. But yeah, hopefully we'll get there during one episode. Pjanic and Marquisio as my centre midfielders. And then we've got Alexandro as my left mid, Cuadrado as my right mid, with Kingsley Coman and Higuain up front. Yeah, just kind of gone with the pace up front, to be honest, with Kingsley Coman. He can play there, and I think that the partnership there kind of works very nicely. Going to hopefully try and get Kingsley Coman getting in behind. That's what I want to see from him. And yeah, we're going to hopefully see how this goes. That leaves us with the bench looking like that. Obviously, the bench will rotate a little bit, but roughly that's probably what the bench I'll be going with most of the time. Now let's move on to the players I'm going to be selling. I've kind of looked at this, listed a few players, but still kind of awaiting what you guys want me to do with the team. Obviously, if you leave your comments, that'll be able to change, hopefully, for next episode. Right, let's have a look at the players I'm going to be selling. So there's quite a few listed, as you can see. We've basically got loads of different players that kind of around that sort of overall where nobody really wants you. You're championship quality in English league terms, and you're kind of around that age where you're not particularly young, you're not necessarily really old, but you're just not good enough. You're kind of at your peak, and you're 73 overall kind of thing. So we've listed loads of them. I won't go through all the names because I can't pronounce half of them. But yeah, we've basically listed a lot of players. Most of the key players that were staying with us, there's no big names I've listed there really. And we've kept a lot of the other ones. But our team is old. Luckily that doesn't concern us because it's only going to be a short-term career mode here. But we do need to still, I think, bring in some youth, bring in some more pace. I think we could do with one more winger. So we're going to take a look at that now, I think. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be our first bid. It's going to be for a former player that we've managed. I know so well. I really, really like. I couldn't use him quite as much, though, with Dortmund because I had other better players in the squad. This time round, though, I think there is certainly a position for him in the team. So we're going to go with the bid. He's a squad rotational player, so we should be able to get him, if I'm hoping, not too much over 15 million. That's going to be our first bid for Guerrero. And we're going to see how he gets on. I don't want to sign loads of former players, but he's certainly one that I felt was one of my better players during my time at Dortmund. Okay, now we're going to actually put in a bid for a striker. I wasn't originally planning on doing this, but I think if I want to win the league, I want to win the Champions League, we need another striker. So I've later realised that maybe that wasn't the best idea given the rivalry between the two teams. So yeah, apologies about that. But it's kind of revenge for obviously Inter Milan getting Patrick Vieira and Zlatan from Juventus back in the past. So that's my excuse for trying to sign this guy. Dybala left us. I've no idea what club he's at now though, but we found that Juventus basically have sold Dybala, so we need to replace him. This is the way I'm going to do it. We're going to get rid of Mandzukic. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of bringing another striker. Mandzukic I've not felt has quite been good enough in the couple of games I played him. He doesn't seem to really have that kind of cutting edge ability. He's 32 years old. We're going to move him on. He's worth 12 million, so 25 million plus Mandzukic. And we're going to try and sign someone from one of our rivals, really. And I kind of feel he's a very similar sort of player to Dybala. Not the same, obviously, but similar sort of youngish, fast, smaller player. Although I think he's actually 5'11", so maybe a little bit taller than Dybala. But yeah, we're going to put those two bids in to begin with. I don't think we'll be signing loads of players. We just need to quickly sort of plug a few gaps in the holes that we've currently got in the squad at the moment. It's mainly going to be trying to get rid of some of the players that we're never going to use to give us a bigger budget. We've got a transfer offer in here for Zaza, a player that I'm potentially going to be getting rid of. He looks okay, he gives us a good high option off the bench, but certainly 15.5 million is a long way off what I was willing to accept. But he is certainly not one that we're going to be transfer listing or anything like that, I don't think. But he's a player that we're willing to listen to offers for, let's put it that way. 23 million is what they want for Guerrero. That's quite a lot, actually, from Dortmund. my former employers. So they're wanting 23 million. We're going to, I think, offer them 18 million, I think is what we're going to go with. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I don't really want to go to 23 million. And they have said they are interested in the player, but they want 55 million as well. He's got 6 months left on his contract. Oh, this game is at times extremely unrealistic. We're going to go 35 million and Mandzukic. Our wage budget is ridiculous. I've not even realised that. Okay, we've got much more money than I expected. Why do we have such a large wage budget? Really did not realise that. That's going to have to change. We don't need all that. Gives us a little bit extra cash as well, which is good. Some more player drills this week. It looks a little bit more optimistic from what we could potentially do, and it's actually happened as well this week. Loads of players going up. Regani goes up there to 83 overall. A lot of other attributes going up as well, which is quite nice. Seems like we're getting some of these youngsters finally going up a little bit. Cubas there, close to 79 overall. Hopefully that will happen next week. But yeah, still waiting on a couple of things to happen. A lot of press conference things, but nothing really on the transfer side of things for now. Let's wait and see what happens. Can we get anything back? They're both accepted. Guerrero for 18 million. We're going to offer him 90 grand a week. Wasn't really expecting to offer him that much of a pay increase, but we'll go with it anyway. Important first team player. Let's just hope he's willing to relocate. That's my only worry. Inter Milan here accepting as well, 35 million, and Mandzukic. Again, another big pay increase. 160 grand a week. 3-year deal. It's going to have to be a crucial first-team player, I think, to lure into the club. So the aim would be behind this one to obviously go with Higuain and Icardi up front. And then you look to put maybe Kingsley Coman on the left-hand side, Sandro elsewhere, maybe even Kingsley Coman on the right-hand side. That's probably more likely, because obviously Sandro we want to try and keep in the team. Now this next game, originally I was going to sim it. I was going to play it, in fact, first. Then I was going to sim it. Now I'm starting to think I probably should play it because Inter Milan have overtaken us in the league. So if we don't win this, then we stay behind them, which obviously we don't want to do. But yeah, it's tempting to play it, but it's also tempting to sim it so we can focus on transfers. We've not been in great form recently. But I'm not really too sure what to do here. Yeah, so we're going to play it. We're going to give it a go. We're going to go with this team. There's no changes to the one that I showed you a little while back now as being my starting 11. Coman starting up front is the only real sort of surprise in there, to be honest. But yeah, we'll wait and see how he does in that position. I'm hoping he can perform for us there. We need the 3 points. Really kind of going all out. I could have taken potentially the easier route and just simmed it through the calendar to try and get a better result. But we're going to play it. We're going to see how we get on. It's a tough match, this one. They're a better team, I think, based on league form than the one that we played last time. And also we lost to that team. So this isn't going to be much easier, if any easier, to be honest. So yeah, let's wait and see what sort of performance we can get from the players using this formation. And we've got snow as well. Great. Considering how good some of our midfielders are, we're really struggling to pass the ball here. Really struggling. It just doesn't seem to be going to the right player whatsoever. The movement's not right off the ball. It's frustrating, but the ability's there. It's not quite happening for us in game at the moment. It's frustrating, but I'm sure it will click at some point. Just how long do we have to wait? Coman, that's better. Higuain's there. Higuain. No, that did not just happen. How do you miss? You're supposed to be one of the best strikers on the game. I know it's your left foot, but you're about 10 metres, 5 metres away from the goal. You can't be smashing it over the bar there. Oh, I'm supposed to have our best striker, and he just completely fluffed that one up. That's just cost us on so many different occasions so far during this career mode, and we're only a few games into it. Higuain again trying to cut back inside, finds a fantastic pass to Pjanic. Still going, Pjanic! Oh, it was a good strike, but maybe not quite enough in the corner as I was hoping. It forces a corner though, and we've got Cuadrado again to try and deliver. Go on. There must be someone in there. So close. Bonucci this time nearly got a toe to it. Why is it 0-0 again at half-time? Oh my days, the amount of 0-0s we've had at half-time so far. Oh, we need to score some more goals. So frustrating. I honestly don't know what more I can do. That's the bigger issue. I don't know whether maybe the sliders are a little bit too much in their favour for this league, for this career mode, for this division, I think, potentially. Maybe the Bundesliga is just slightly easier in terms of the opposition you come up against. I don't really know. But Cuadrado, got to do better. My main issue is just how strong their defence is. Every time you get to their defence, you're not getting past them. You've got to do a lot to get past their defence. And we've just not managed to be able to do enough so far. Oh, just no one's quick enough. Oh. That's bad. That is bad. I think it came there from the lack of pace in defence. God, it's a different issue every single attack that we face. It's very frustrating. We're 1-0 down. We don't look like coming back from it. That's the more worrying thing at this point. Kingsley Coman just not really doing the job that I'm trying to get him to do. He's not getting in behind their defence. He's more trying to play as a hold-up player, or both of them are. And that's just not what I'm telling them to do. And that's very annoying to see that they're not really doing what I'm saying. Okay, 25 minutes to go. We have to make some changes. We're going to make 2 changes. And also the formation has been tweaked slightly to a formation that I'm more familiar with. So we're going to go with a 3-2-3-2. I've played it before, I think, on previous career modes. I'm pretty sure I did a lot with Dortmund and have done with Leeds as well. So Asamoah and Storaro to come on. That means we're taking off our CDM and Pjanic as well. So, yeah, 25 minutes to turn this game round. We really need to do something. I'm a bit worried at the moment about this team, but luckily we're in the transfer window, so we can also bring in players, make alterations like that. But ideally, I wanted to use what I've already got, and what I've already got should be good enough, really. Small players are just outdoing us every single time. Just those small little players, we can't foul them, we can't tackle them, we can't do anything. Look at all 3 of them there. Just all little midgets running around, and it causes havoc in that defence. An ageing defence just can't cope with them. It's 2-0. Cuadrado running through. Gonna look for Kingsley Coman. Where's your pace gone? You're supposed to have our fastest players, if not the fastest player. It's not been good enough. The team has been playing very, very poorly. But I'm not going to get too down about it because we can turn it round. Yes, we're going to end up being 2nd place in the league, if not further down after this game. But, yeah, they've been a better side. Tactically, they've been better. The players have been better going forward. They've taken their chances. And they're going to probably go on to win this game at least 2-0. I say at least because they're going to hit us on the break with those small, fast players. And that's going to cause us even more issues than we've already had. Again, just... oh, no way. No, that can't have just happened. Oh, some of the passing between our players as well. There's so many issues all over the place. Oh no, this is painful to watch. Just bad communication, bad passing, bad everything. That's it, that's the game over. Thank God for that. I've never been so happy for a game to end before. 3-0, not good enough. They've had 3 shots on target, they've scored 3 goals. It's, yeah, one of those games where I kind of feel like Man City under Pep Guardiola at times this season, where we've got the right players, we've got some very, very good players going forward. Defensively, we're ageing a bit, and yeah, we've not looked great. We really have not looked great. We've tried some formations as well, actually, to the ones that Pep Guardiola's used with Man City. Azpilicueta might get some more playing time because our defence has not been great. We've got to look at that. We can't continue to be leaking so many goals to lesser teams, and that leaves us 2nd in the league, 2 points behind Inter, and not with a good taste in the mouth, let's put it that way. Yeah, very frustrating. We obviously need to bring in some players by the looks of it, add some more pace into that midfield, I think, as well, because we seem to be lacking. Even going forward, we're lacking in pace. I've no idea why, because Coman obviously is very, very fast, Cuadrado's fast, Sandro's fast as well, so... I don't know what the issue is there. Obviously, we're going to hopefully try and sign Guerrero, and here we go. That's Guerrero going to be signed for us. He's going to add some more pace into our team. We've also obviously got Icardi as well, or Icardi, however you want to pronounce that. He should hopefully be coming if he's interested. Okay, no, Leicester City have made an approach for him with a pre-contract agreement. Oh no. Inter therefore bypassing the deal, and the player could simply decide to join Leicester. No, we've got Icardi. Okay, maybe he's accepted the contract. Mandzukic has gone, 35 million, and Mandzukic, we bring in Icardi. Maybe not the most popular choice. I don't really know how he goes down with Juventus fans, to be honest. I know he's obviously had big fallings out with Inter Milan fans, so hopefully you guys are okay with that one. But we've got to understand, we have to bring in someone to replace Dybala. He's a similar sort of player for me, and I wanted to try and bring him in. He's obviously got experience with the Italian league already. And we've got a bid in from the team that beat us earlier on in the episode, Pescara. They want to sign one of our youngsters. I don't know if he's actually transfer listed, this one. I don't think he is. I think he's too good to be transfer listed, judging by his overall and age. So we'll reject that one. And that will be it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series and you want to see more episodes, then go hit that like button. Can we hit 50 likes on today's episode? I would really appreciate it. And also don't forget to go hit that subscribe button as well down below. Don't forget also to hit that bell button to get notifications every time I upload. And yeah, that will be everything for today's video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.